Hey, it's Edge here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for Nasdaq 100. I'll cover wave analysis with Elliott Wave Theory and provide multiple scenarios the price may take and explain why I prefer one count over another. Let's take a look at the different possibilities. Starting here on daily time frame, and let's check out RSI first. In RSI we've had this trend line coming down from the pivots of the November 2021 and March 2022. We are really close to tagging it the third time and see if we can have an attempt of going higher. To me, this is not that likely, but again, a small bump and at least testing it is very likely at the moment. Now, what is interesting about this whole structure overall is if we are looking at the price and RSI from these lows, we can see again lows on RSI. But as this was a bull move, we were hovering around above the 40 area here, all the way up until the top, and we broke through downwards. Again, once we tagged this red line here around 25 RSI, we have been now contained within this box here, which is again 60 or below. Bullish one was 40 and up, and this bearish is 60 and below. So that's why I have these red areas here, or red horizontal area and the green horizontal area here. Yeah, you can do that as well if you want to be programming something into your RSI. I'm sure there is already some indicators that are having this same setup here as well. But yeah, that is pretty much the higher time frame. Let's take a look at the structure that we have had from here as the downwards structure. Let's still keep our eyes on this daily time frame. We have a few different options. On higher time frame, again, 1 or A, 2 or B, and then looking for that C or third wave. Again, this is not my preferred count, but again, if we are going to go beyond the 1.618 around $9,382, then I would be looking into this possibility more. The one that I'm tracking the most is this one, which has a WXY, WX and Y, in where we would be looking for that three-way structure as well. Again, if we go beyond the 1.618 here on this one, around 10,304, then I would be looking into some other possibilities as well. For example, this WXYXZ count. But again, this is still my main, this WXY, in which we have few different possibilities still. One of them is saying that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 ending at these current lows that we had around the 11,100 mark. At this point, we could be looking this as a three-way structure upwards. Again, this would mean that we would need very extended wave 3 to get above there for the B wave. Again, minimum would be around the $12,689 area, in which again would retrace us down at 38.2 or 38.2% area. This is, however, my main at the moment, in which we have this still as an ABC, ABC, and then again A, B, and C. Now the B has been taking a bit longer than I expected earlier. It would have had better look if we had it here, but again, if we are comparing it to the previous structure, we can see that the last leg of the C wave was very extended here, and here for the A wave, again, it is very extended, more than 1.618 if we are comparing A wave to C wave. So if indeed this is going to be playing out, we can be expecting some kind of dump here. One-to-one extension, definitely would be expecting that. We'll see how high this goes, and we can modify the target here once we have found the top here, if this plays out at all. Now let's go into the more detailed structures here. So again, this was the X wave, and now here was the A wave, and then we would be looking at this B wave. The bullish count is this kind, where we have, again, this is just a local bullish. I'm not saying that this is the low of this whole correction. To me, this next structure defines a lot of things, why I don't like to be calling this a ending here. In here, I think this is more like a 3-wave move than a 5-wave. That's why I'm saying it's a W, then X, and then again wave Y. We do have some small divergences here though, so it can be that we have this as an ABC, and these divergences are related to the wave C here of that ABC. And then we have the next structure here that was pondered as a possible 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. However, if we want to be bullish, we would have to say that this is indeed an A, B, and C coming down to wave X as the W, X, and Y. Within this X wave, we have this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 into A wave, 3 waves back into wave B, and then again 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 into C. The C extends right into the 0.618, which again I keep as a minimum extension for the 3-way moves. Then for the last leg of wave Y of this sub-minute count, we have this as a wave 1 or A wave, then 2 or B, and then looking for that C wave. For this to be a C wave, we really don't want to see it go beyond the 2.618 extension here around $12,264. Again, it is more likely already that this is indeed a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 rather than the C wave ending here. But yeah, that has to be kept in mind when dealing with this. We don't really want to be seeing too high of a number. If this is indeed turns out to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, we have to be looking at this first structure here as a possibility of being a 5-way structure. How are we going to be labeling that? I have no idea, but we'll see when that time comes. Also, there is a possibility that this indeed is a 5-way move here, and then we have a 3-way pullback and then 5 waves again to get us to that wave Y here, as wave Y would contain 3 waves and not 5 waves. Okay, so that's the bullish idea. Just a word of caution here, the wave 1 here is longer than the wave 3 here. As we are looking into these pivots, we can see that again 1-to-1 extension is beyond the wave 3. So wave 3 is smaller than wave 1, which means again, as the wave 3 can never be the shortest in an impulse wave structure, we can't have the wave 5 larger than wave 1. That 1-to-1 extension comes right here at $12,393, and if it goes beyond that, we need to rethink this area here. One idea is that we have this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and very extended 5th, but we'll see what turns out to be the right case or right count. Then the bearish idea, instead of the B staying here somewhere, we would have this already completed. This was the original idea, as we did have this good looking 5-way structure here, but again on the S&P 500, this wave 2 did go beyond the start of this wave structure, so in that sense on the other indices we can't have this as a 1, 2. So more likely it is that bearish or the bullish, so-called bullish scenario of having this as a some kind of A, B, and C. In this, however, we have the invalidation right around the $12,265 area, in which the price would go beyond these highs of 27th of June. At the moment, again, we have the same issue here with this ABC structure. Again, here I've labeled it as such, as this very weird looking 1, 2, 3, 4, and very extended 5th. Definitely does not look like a good 5-way structure here at all. Overall, we've already extended beyond the 2.236 of this AB move for the C wave, so it is less likely overall, but I'll just keep this count alive until it gets invalidated. The other scenario in which we would have is this one, where instead of this being a 5-way move, I have it as a W. Then we would have this next structure as an A, B, and C. Actually, this should be lower degree, this should be submicro, and this should be minuscule. There we go. So in this case, again, we would have this an A, B, and then C. C would need to go, let's see, the minimum target is quite high of 1-to-1, which is around the $12,284 area, and that is the minimum we would want to see. Again, getting to the trend line would be a nice thing to see. Again, why am I even thinking about this is just because of the structure that we had here. Definitely looks very impulsive and does not have really good looking retracements at all. So that's why I'm thinking this still can be some kind of three-way move here. Again, targets are very nicely bundled up in here in the same area. However, how this fits into the overall picture, I'm not quite sure. I don't really like this WXY extending so far. But again, there's not many options here if we want to be saying that indeed we have this as a W, or three ways, and then three ways. But yeah, just a thought for this structure. Yeah, I really don't have a better explanation here for this structure at the moment. But we'll see if I can find a way to implement this into the other bearish or bullish counts to get us to around these highs. Now, overall, what we're looking for here is just to take out these highs with the more bullish idea of this being some kind of three-way structure. So as long as it takes these highs out, most likely getting to these areas here where we start to get some more volume in. Let's take a look. Yeah, we have a point of control right around here where we have this previous consolidation area. So yeah, definitely a high volume node here. That would be again right around the 786 retracement of this first move. So whichever this price action decides, or whichever route it decides to take, this is definitely an interesting area to look for pivots. But that is pretty much everything I wanted to share today. If you made it this far into the video, I would appreciate the likes. Link to my free Discord server in the description below, and please let me know what asset should I cover next. For now, I thank you for watching and hope you have an amazing rest of your day. See you in the next video. Bye bye.